sometimes that Janelle has pit me against the boys, never supported me with the boys. Man, I'm having the hardest time, not just feeling like she's just betraying me.
You guys are going to have to weigh in on this. I'm not going to shoulder them thing.
So now he's looking for reinforcement from Robyn and Meri. Let's build a united front against Janelle and her decisions.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, December 7th. I hope you're having a wonderful day. December 7th, 2022, that is. Listen, there's a brand new clip that came out from Sister Wives, and we'll have some Duggar updates today. There's been some humongous filings in court in California related to the 7M Shekinah Church story we were following. I've been continuing to follow over on my Instagram the TikTok group of dancers and that whole thing that blew up back in March of 2022. So if you haven't followed me over on Instagram, go check me out over there to see the latest. But this video today is going to be about a new clip that's come out about Sister Wives, and it's Kody Brown trying to rally up the troops and have them give insight about how Janelle has betrayed him with the decisions that she's making as a mom and as a wife. Kody Brown always needs reinforcements because he relies on everyone to agree with him. I actually watched an old episode of Kody and Meri back at therapy, and their old therapist, Nancy, said to Kody, "I've never seen any of the women actually not give in to you," or something like, "I've never seen you not get your way." And she mentioned that the women don't really stand up to him. And that was when Meri and Kody were seeing her when they were in Flagstaff. This was during the period of time that Kody and Meri were still in Flagstaff, and he was kicking around the idea of, are we going to get back together? Are we going to not get back together? That whole thing. This idea that Kody Brown always finds a way to get what he wants has been a long-standing issue, and even the therapist pointed it out. I also watched back a couple seasons ago with the purchase of the house that they currently live in today. And even that, Robyn did not want to buy the home, and Kody had to basically push her into the purchase of the home. And she had to basically go down fighting. So Kody does find a way to get what he wants. But in this episode, he's mad at her because of the boys, and he's accusing her of what he actually does to people by pitting people against him. He's in the world of being a narcissist, in my opinion, and they love to triangulate and get people to be against each other so that there's a good person, there's a bad person. He's always the victim. They're always fighting because he doesn't want them to trust each other, and therefore he can maintain control in the chaos. So he's going to start by complaining that, Janelle has pit the boys against him. Mind you, this falls on last week, Gabriel crying that his dad did not remember his birthday and saying that that's the last time he spoke to his dad. So, and last week they talked about how if they were going to have a holiday together, the boys would have to, come to him and have a conversation and clear the air and apologize. And then he changed it and said they don't have to apologize. And I don't know. It seems to be like he says one thing one day and the next thing another day. Before we dive into today's topic, make sure you do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. We're working towards our goal now of 500,000 subscribers by an undetermined date. And also, if you could leave a comment if you have something to say, and ring the bell by clicking on the bell so you get notified of any time new content loads. Let's dive into today's topic right here.
I think sometimes that Janelle has pit me against the boys or never supported me with the boys. Man, I'm having the hardest time, not just feeling like she's just betraying me. I'm not saying that they have to actually apologize to me. And I corrected that many times already. And she keeps hitting that note.
Have you ever noticed that when Kody Brown has an issue with one of the wives, it's never his fault? Do you remember back when it was Christine's turn to be the scapegoat and he was talking about his relationship with her kids? Well, that's what he calls them anyway. The girls, Isabel, Gwendolyn, Truly, and he said that she was poisoning the well and she was turning people against him. So she was pitting people against him. So his rationalization for the reason why the girls didn't have a relationship with him and didn't have a connection to him was that Christine, was saying things to them about Kody to get them to not like him. Now that his situation with Christine has ended, he's doing the same thing to Janelle. So because the boys are having an issue with him, he's saying that Janelle is pitting the boys against him, insinuating that she's telling them things that are false, and that the implication is that the only reason the boys have an issue with Kody is because of Janelle, which is false. They have spoken about the preferential treatment they feel their dad has given to Robyn and her kids. They've spoken about the ridiculousness of his COVID protocols. They've talked about their lack of relationship with him or connection to him and how he doesn't reach out to them to like initiate a relationship. So, but his excuse, and none of that involves their relationship with their mom. Their complaints have to do with how Kody treats them and what they believe is a disconnection, okay? And Kody is blaming Janelle for planting that, much like he did to Christine. He has the exact same MO for every single wife.
It's almost like that's what she's told them, so she can't back off on it because they're trying to put the heat onto me for what's been going on here.
But you told them all
So
that
we
until
have
they
a-
apologize, they can't.
Well, that's what you told me. That's what you told me. You said until they show respect and apologize, then.
So the real truth is that Kody doesn't like that he's being blamed for everything that's been going on. He doesn't like that people are resisting him, not being obedient, being disobedient, not following his lead and being the head of the household, whatever. But mind you, these sons are actually adults, so they don't have to listen to him, obey him, or do anything because they're, under the law, adults. But Kody doesn't want to take the responsibility, so instead he wants to make it about Christine or about Janelle telling the boys that they have to apologize. And so when they're speaking, he's like automatically putting her on the defensive. Well, you told them that they had to apologize. And then she's like, but that's what you said. And he's like, can't even be bothered to listen to her. And instead he has to get up and start messing with the fire. And I don't know what's leading up to this conversation. So the context here we're missing, like, had they been talking about Christmas, obviously, what has him so agitated at this point outside of the fact that he believes the boys are being pitted against him, which I don't know why it takes Kody so much to just acknowledge that he might have contributed to the overall situation. But I think a narcissist just doesn't have any like self-reflection, or else if they do, they're just saying it. I don't know. I've never seen him in a meaningful way take responsibility for anything that he's done. That's just my opinion.
And then after after Christmas, Christine said that Isabel and everybody are coming home and they want to come see the family here.
Oh, man, this is exactly what I was afraid of with Christine leaving.
Cody, it just was working out that we had a vacation rental, so we extended it so Christine and her kids could come so they can see, the Truly and Isabel can see you.
Okay, am I the only one that sees this as some kind of betrayal?
So Janelle must have like arranged for a vacation rental or like a space where they could all come together, like her kids, to spend the holidays together, perhaps because she's in an apartment during this period and doesn't have the space for a gathering. So maybe she did like some time together as a family. And so she's like saying, well, Christina's going to come down after the holidays and Isabel and Truly want to see everyone. And he's mad because he said, this is what I thought would happen when Christine is leaving. So Janelle's trying to make it so that everyone can see each other. And I feel like she's like trying to play the mediator here. That's just my take here. And then Cody's mad because Christine is going to stay with Janelle and the boys are going to stay with Christine. And so then he somehow feels betrayed. And Janelle's trying to make it so everyone can see each other. And last week, Kody said that he would have a hard time having people at his house if things weren't cleared up. So I'm guessing this is a compromise maybe set up so that they don't have to go to Cody's house and they can all come to a neutral place. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but it seems like Cody's automatically just getting mad with the fact that Janelle is trying to help both of them so that the kids can see him, right? It shouldn't have to be this hard. I'm sure co-parenting with a narcissist is not easy, i.e. what it's like for John and Kate to try to deal with each other. I mean, seriously, Goslin.
A betrayal.
Christine just left.
You don't want her to bring the kids to see you?
Oh, I'd like to see the kids, but you're talking about everybody going to some neutral zone? This is my house.
The last I knew is that they boys couldn't come until they showed respect and apologized. So they're like, well, I guess we'll come and stay with you, and I don't have room for them.
I'm not super clear about where they're staying and why the boys would need to stay anywhere because honestly, I thought they lived in Flagstaff. I'm not sure though. Maybe they've moved. I don't know. It seems really convoluted here, but so there's a vacation rental that we've missed the whole conversation on, right? And they're going to stay all together and do something there apparently, but Cody's like, but I have my house, and he's mad because Christine just left and now we have to do this at a neutral location. And he did say that until they made things right and started trying to get along with people and made amends with people and, were respectful and loyal, he wasn't going to welcome them into the home. So they're trying to find an alternative, and Kody seems to think that the only place they can have Christmas is at his house. So I guess he doesn't want to go anywhere else. Again, it seems to be that it's just all about Kody, no matter what. And at the next stage in this, he's going to try to bring in reinforcements. So he's betrayed because she's made plans with Christine. That's literally all I've gotten out of it. And he's betrayed because she's trying to find a solution so everyone can see each other. Because it seems like the boys don't feel like they can do what Kody wants. And they shouldn't have to. If they have a boundary set with their dad, they don't have to really do anything. They don't want to.
You guys are going to have to weigh in on this. I'm not going to shoulder this whole damn thing.
So now he's looking for reinforcement from Robyn and Meri. Let's build a united front against Janelle and her decisions.
I'm struggling here with the Christmas scenario. So I'm asking Meri and Robyn to chime in. Can't identify what it is specifically about it bothering. It's like, is this bothering you guys?
So Kody needs somebody else to reinforce that he feels betrayed, and he wants them to chime in because he needs other people to say that they're bothered by her decisions too. The decision being that there's a vacation house where they're going to stay, some of them, for Christmas and have some events there so that Kody can see the kids. And the boys are going to stay with Christine, which is a betrayal because Christine left him and she's the bad person. And in this cult, she's been shunned for, not following and being obedient. She is not to be trusted. She's supposed to be, the bus run over her. She's supposed to be slandered. She's the bad person because she's wicked now because she doesn't believe in their belief system anymore. And it's a betrayal for Janelle to associate with an apostate. I mean, I'm just saying what they probably aren't saying. But in their eyes, Christine no longer is of the faith. And so she's associating with someone that's outside of the faith. And how dare she, how dare they ever be with such someone that's so sacrilegious, And Janelle's like, oh, let's just pile everyone on me so that I'm the one making bad decisions. And Kody then is like, well, I don't know what's bothering me. He knows exactly what's bothering him. He's just plain stupid. And he wants them to agree with him. And he's putting them on the spot, knowing full well that if they push back at him and in this place, they're going to get lashed out at too. He's so heated and agitated at this point that nothing that they say will really alleviate him unless it's agreeing with him. That's just my 2 cents.
What do you want us to comment on?
I mean, have an opinion here. This is bugging the hell out of me. Am I wrong?
So Robyn is playing meek and trying not to, ruffle his feathers, and she's pretending like she hasn't been listening and she doesn't know what she's supposed to comment on. So he wants Robyn and Meri to say, Cody's right, Janelle's wrong. He wants them to take a side. Much like he wants Janelle to take a side with Christine. So because Janelle refuses to take a side with Christine and wants to, help Christine with this situation, he wants them all on his side. So yes, it's wrong to associate with Christine. It's wrong to help the boys have a neutral location so that they can celebrate Christmas with their family. It's wrong to not push the kids to try to reconcile with me. once a child turns 18, you can't force them to do anything. Once a child is an adult and they don't live with you and they're outside their house and they're supporting themselves, it's really up to the child to decide what they're comfortable doing and what they want to do. And no amount of strongholding is going to force a child to do something that they're not. And if a child is involved with a narcissistic father, they're going to put down boundaries. And that sometimes means not going to the place where it triggers them, or they're in a position where they can't control their environment. And at Kody's house, they can't control the environment, and they've already been told they're not welcome there. But I think Kody's only rationalization here is that everyone needs to obey him and commit to that they've been horrible to Robyn and him and everyone else, and it's their fault, not his. And so he needs the wives to like agree with him. And by saying like, I need to know if I'm wrong, it's a loaded question, because she can't say that he's wrong, because if she says he's wrong, then he's going to get mad at her, because he's already decided that he's not wrong. He's never wrong. It's Christine and Janelle, because Janelle is betraying him by being loyal to his ex-wife. He's going to make Janelle's life impossible until she turns against Christine. This is why I said last week that if Janelle remains in a marriage with Kody, it's not a safe friendship because of what Kody is trying to do. It doesn't mean that Janelle's a bad person. It means that Janelle is being influenced by someone that has been that's trying to ruin her life. So it's not a safe space until Janelle can make a decision one way or the other what she wants to do, because Christine's not going to influence her, but she also won't be able to trust Janelle if Janelle is being influenced by Kody. I don't know if that makes sense, because Kody is trying to turn her against Christine. Christine doesn't seem to be trying to turn Janelle against Kody, because Janelle has her own experience and her own relationship. So Robyn and Meri are being asked to be brought into it, and they're playing dumb. And I know a lot of times with these kind of situations, nothing you say will matter anyway. So a lot of times the women just sit there and say nothing, because being on the other end of a fight with a narcissist is impossible. So what are your thoughts about all of this? Is he trying to gang up on Janelle, and is Janelle right? And what bothers me here is, why doesn't Janelle say that at the moment? They are so good at like yelling and screaming at each other in their interviews, but they don't confront each other one-on-one. And I wonder what life would be like if they actually had those confrontations. What are your thoughts? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.